Hello, you guys, and welcome back to the A podcast. Today's topic is how to control anger because earlier, a couple of days ago, I saw this tweet about um, knowing how to communicate. And the tweet says, knowing how to communicate when you are angry is everything. And I think that is so true because when you feed off of anger, you end up saying things that you don't mean or not necessarily true that end up hurting the counterpart, that end up hurting you. And in most cases, also, it can destroy some relationships. And that's how a lot of relationships end. So that is why you have to know how to control what you say because what you say is everything. Like my parents always told me, the tongue is powerful, and most of the times it can be an internal meaning. Now, I'm going to read some replies from this tweet that says, if I'm upset, I'm going to stay quiet till I have a proper way to express that. Don't bother me until then. And I think that is something that I always do, but sometimes it can cause some issues because people think I'm like almost insulting them, if that makes any sense. But I need time to reflect. I need time to think about what my reply will be because I'm so used to lashing out and saying things off the tip of my tongue, and it's not good to do. That is not how you're going to win an argument. Don't try to do that. And secondly, never walk away, but stay quiet, reflect before you answer because anger comes from an initial thought, an initial reaction that you have as quick as possible. But when you sit and you think about it, you can reflect on yourself and then you can reflect on the situation about it. And then about this tweet, someone said, well, someone teach me because I'm get mean and then I feel bad after. And that is something that I always used to do. That's why I resorted to being quiet now because when you say something, you do feel bad about it and you think in the back of your mind, I should probably apologize. But I think I'm a bit petty, so I won't apologize. And it's it's really bad for you. The reply to that tweet was, it's the feeling bad after that made me realize I need to rope it in a little with the emotions and give myself time to calm down, which is initially what I'm trying to say because a lot of things are just fast reactions. They're just fast emotions that come from the initial, oh, this is how you feel situation. And yeah, it's it's a lot, and not a lot of people could do it. It's something you learn all the time because you have habits, and habits are really hard to kick. So it's understandable that a lot of people don't do it. Another tweet, another person said, when I'm angry, I get silent. I don't like talking when I'm mad. Would rather calm down first than talk rationally. I know I can say some hurtful things when I get mad, just like other prior tweets, which is so true. I'm wondering, do you guys say anything mean? Do you guys have mean responses? I've learned to kind of control my responses because I get quiet now, so I think about it. I mean, yeah, I say, well, I slip up here and there a couple of times, but overall, I think I've controlled it a bit to where I can just say what I mean without lashing out. But that's internally, like within a family setting. Outside of family setting, I'm pretty nice when it comes to people, but if I need to tell somebody something, I will do that um, 100-fold. One person's reaction was, "That's the time I communicate excellently." I wish, I wish I could do that, but anyways, I consider everything, my tone, my posture, my words, everything. I want the person to know exactly how they upset me slash hurt me. I want that so clear I even get patient with them. I am patient with people that are not blood related. I don't know because yeah, I have best friends and I know them like the back of my hand, but you don't know everybody 100%. You don't know what their initial reaction will be when something is said, when something is done, or they get upset or you get upset. So I try to kind of control the situation and assess it before taking any action. But with my family, it's a different story, but I think that's the same for everyone, especially with siblings. You're always quarreling and fighting and talking about stuff, especially when you've been together for so long. So to say that I communicate excellently with them is a whole lie. But outside, yeah, I consider that. Um, and the rest of the pies are really the same. Like I choose not to communicate at all when I'm angry, or I need to learn how to do that. I will shut all the way down and all of that. And another person, which I didn't see before, I tend to speak with patience as much as possible, trying not to burst my anger towards someone. But if someone is being unreasonable, I'd walk away and tell them, please just leave me alone, which is another thing that I do. I need time to relax because I don't know about you guys, but when I get really angry, I start tearing up. I start wanting to just, I don't know, you're angry to a point when you start tearing up, and that is the worst pinnacle, I swear, because then you feel almost lifeless, like you can't do anything about it at all. But moral of this podcast episode is control your anger. It will benefit you in the long run. It will help you. And yeah, I just control it. You got to learn to, because you can't go around angry all the time. Plus, a corny quote that I always used to hear is, when you smile and laugh more, you have a longer lifespan. So do that and assess the situations as much as you can. But thank you guys for joining this podcast. This is the second episode for today, mostly because I couldn't upload the prior one to YouTube, so I decided that I'm just gonna upload two at the end. But thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a blessed day and see you next time on the 8th.